watching the best podcast in the land. From the Hill Podcast with Wayne Cartwright, Damian Green, Tanoris Goodis, David Thomas, Jennifer Murray, and Corey Williams. Sit back, relax, and let's eat.
Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing this evening, fellas and ladies?
Hey, doing good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, hey, we got a lot of love going on here on this Valentine's Day. So, to all of the lovers out there, those that are married, those that are in relationships, even those with side pieces. No. We not endorsing side pieces, but those for all the lovers out there. We hope that everybody is enjoying this special day with their loved ones, and even your moms, all y'all. Moms are the original Valentines. So, but as we typically do, y'all. You see across the bottom of that screen, you see the ways that you can connect with us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So tonight, we're going to get it started a little bit different. Spring sports, y'all. We start off with our ladies softball, Lady Bulldogs, who got kicked off over the weekend at the River City Classic. And as you can see, they played 3 games over the weekend. They won the first 2, beating Grambling, which has former Bulldog head coach Nakia Hall as their head coach. Took them down 9-4, beat Xavier of Louisiana 6-5, and then dropped a 12-5 decision to the Alcorn Lady Braves. So 2-1 on the young season. They'll be back in action in Nashville at the Roar City Classic, hosted by Tennessee State. They'll be playing there starting on Friday. All right, so long season for our ladies, but you can see the schedule that is on the screen. Be apprised of the home games that are in the gray. There aren't that many of them, so whatever home games there are, we need to make sure that our people are out there in attendance to support. And even some of those that are on the road, if it's in your neighborhood, show up, support. And we will also have some of those ladies on this show coming up here in a matter of a few weeks. Softball, baseball. Baseball kicks off this Friday as well. Their season opener will be at Alcorn State. So they play them for a 3-game series over the weekend. And again, you can see the schedule. Again, not many home games on this schedule, but nevertheless, we want to make sure that everybody is in attendance, coming out and seeing. There is no admission fee to come see these games. You can just come on up and just bring your pom-poms and bring your noise and cheer these Bulldog baseball and softball players on. Before I switch to our next one, Corey and Tenarius and Jay, is there anything that you all would like to say on behalf of softball and baseball?
Man, I just want to say, let's get out this. Go ahead, Corey. No, go ahead, Corey.
No, I just saying, just looking forward to the season. It looks promising for the softball team to go 2-1, and looking forward to a baseball season. And so, just looking forward to our people coming out and supporting.
Yeah, I was about to say this is the easiest support to do. Let's go do it. The game's going to be in the daytime. That's free to get in. And you can take your own stuff to drink. You can take your snacks. You can take your Powerade. You can do that. You can't get any better support than this. You just got to show. So let's please support our baseball and softball team. Also, I just want to add, on April 8th, the day that we do the spring game, they're also going to do a tribute to the last team that won the SWAC championship for baseball. Dr. Brian did mention it to me a few weeks ago. So let's make sure we're there for that.
Indeed.
And with spring sports, it's perfect weather. Just, a good family atmosphere. So let's come out, let's support, let's really rally behind our baseball and softball teams.
That's what's up. And this next one, this one's near and dear to my heart as a former Bulldog track and cross country athlete. And also, ironically, we will be talking to these young women and young men next week. This is the Indoor SWAC Championship held at the Birmingham Crossplex. Now, I had the pleasure of being one of the officials in this meet last year. And I do plan to attend this meet again and officiate it in the future. But the Bulldogs will be out there competing Thursday and Friday down there at the Crossplex, the SWAC Indoor Track and Field Championships. All right. Those are our spring sports. And with that, I'm going to turn things over to Mr. T. Gooden with our Black History moments.
Yes, sir. It is Black History Month. Like I mentioned last week, every week we're going to focus on some AN history. Last week we talked about our school and the name changes in Dr. William Hooper Council. This week we're going to focus on athletics. So the first person that we're going to shine some Black history on is Mr. Desmond Cambridge. He played point guard at Alabama A&M from 1999 to 2002. Mr. Cambridge is the all-time single-season NCAA Division I record with 160 steals. In the NCAA, beating that record yet. Nobody from Kentucky, Alabama, nobody has topped that record yet. He also has the all-time single-season NCAA record with 5.52 steals per game. That's Mr. Desmond Cambridge, 4-year Alabama A&M Bulldogs. I got to Alabama A&M in 2003, so I didn't get to see Mr. Cambridge play. Corey and Wayne, I think they saw him play a little bit, but
yes, indeed.
I heard good things about this Bulldog. So good job with still maintaining that record. The second person that we're gonna concentrate on is Mr. Mikael Gladness. I did get to see Mikael Gladness play. He was center from 2005 to 2008. He holds the NCAA record to this day for a single game blocks with 16. Played against Texas Southern, blocked them 16 times in that game. Mr. Gladness did also, he did play for the Golden State Warriors in the NBA. He also played for the Miami Heat. And he also won a D-League championship with the Santa Cruz Warriors before he got called up. So that is Mr. Mikael Gladness. The last but not least, we're going to look at Mr. Obi Trotter. Mr. Trotter, great athlete. Obi Trotter was always in the threes. He played with Alabama A&M from 2002 to 2006. He has NCAA steal. He was the NCAA steals leader with 125 steals in 2005. That's a lot of steals in one season. That's defense for you. Mr. Trotter went on to play internationally. He's still playing internationally now. So good job to these Bulldogs, Mr. Gladness, Mr. Desmond, and Mr. Trotter. This is just a moment in your Bulldog athletic history.
And that is awesome. And, Desmond Cambridge, he did play when I was at A&M, and he was a very tenacious defender. And he has children now. Two of his sons actually play on Arizona State right now. And Arizona State, they're trending very well to make the NCAA tournament. So two of his sons are playing, and he also has a daughter who's in college playing right now as well. And then Mikael Gladness.
Hey,
yes. Go ahead.
Desmond also has a daughter that's the number one recruit in high school.
That's right.
For the USA basketball last year.
That's right. That's right. So
they get it under.
Big things. And then you mentioned about Mikael Gladness. And then the other thing about Obi Trotter. Obi Trotter was a member of the only A&M team to win the SWAC in 2005 and actually advanced to the NCAA tournament. They went to the play-in game, and I remember they played in Dayton here in my home state, and they played against Oakland University. So big things from Obi Trotter. And good thing about all three of these gentlemen, they're still very adamant supporters of Bulldog athletics. And that is something that is that can't be understated. So T Gooden, big shout out to you for that, and thank you. And we also will continue to look forward to the next upcoming moments in Black history with you as we progress through this month of February. So
No doubt.
At this point and at this time, love is in the air. And so with love in the air, we've got some wonderful people that we're going to bring on before you. And they're coming to you right now. We got Terrence and Amanda Francis. And we got John and Drea. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, number one. And number two, happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
It is great that you've taken the time out of your schedule. And as we can see, Mr. C.K. Williams, he has his bride on as well. Good to see the Williams in the house.
Yep.
So we have 3 couples on for everybody. And, you know, we've been doing some things here on this show. And one of the things that the group wanted to do, and I think this is a wonderful thing, is that we need to talk about our HBCU love. Now, Mr. John, we're going to look past the fact that you're wearing a shirt that is very unfamiliar to us on this show. We will let that pass tonight because we're in the spirit of love. But knowing that when February 25th comes, yes, I know the basketball schedule like the back of my hand. When February 25th comes, we owe you guys a payback down there in Montgomery on your brand spanking new basketball court that you are going to roll out this weekend. All right. Just had to put that out there, Mr. John. So while I'm talking about Mr. John and Miss Drea, would you both take the honor and introduce yourselves?
Ladies first.
I'm Andrea Talbert Borum. I am a proud alum of the Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University, 3-time alum. I graduated in 2003, 2010, and 2012.
I am Jonathan Borum from Montgomery, proud graduate of Alabama State University. Major is computer information systems with a minor of business administration.
All right. Well, thanks for being here. And we move on to the Francises. Let's hear from you. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, Mr. Terrence and Mrs. Amanda Francis.
Well, I'll go first. Amanda Moore Francis, proud graduate of Alabama A&M class of 2007. I got there in 2003 and graduated 2007. Originally from Birmingham, Alabama, but been up here in Huntsville for the last 12 years.
All right.
My name is Terrence. I'm originally from New Orleans, went to Southern University in Baton Rouge and New Orleans, and then back to Baton Rouge. Graduated with a degree in counseling. And I've been up here 20 years now, and I love Huntsville. That's about it.
He didn't notice he did say he loves A&M. He said he loves Huntsville. Well, welcome to the show, and thanks for being here. And last but certainly not least, our cohort, Mr. Corey C.K. Williams with his wife. Why don't you both go ahead and introduce yourselves to the group?
Hi, I'm Tamara Williams, and I'm a graduate. I'm from Huntsville, Alabama. Born and raised. I'm a graduate of Oakwood University undergrad and a proud graduate of Alabama A&M for master's.
Awesome.
And I am, like Wayne said, I'm one of the hosts here. I'm Corey K. Williams. I'm from Montgomery, Alabama. I didn't go to that other school. I decided to go to the best school, Alabama A&M University. And I graduated in the class of 2000 with our host, Wild Wayne.
Well, that is awesome. And, like I said, we're going to look past Southern. And we're going to look past Alabama State. Southern, we did put a nice little spanking on y'all here when y'all came to the Hill. That was good. But, I ain't going to celebrate too long because we got to go back and play y'all down there. So,
It's all love.
It's all love. It's all love tonight. All love tonight. So So just what we're gonna be doing here tonight, we're gonna talk a few things about just some of the experiences, and we'll get into a little bit about how each of you met and the path and the journey. And then once we get towards the end of it, we have a very special and fun activity for everybody. And just so y'all know, it's no pressure. It's no pressure. We're not gonna put anybody on the spot, but just so we let everybody know that if anybody wants to make any promises to their spouse, just remember that it is being recorded and it can be going back and we can look at the tape. Upon further review, back on February 14, 2023, when you said you would take the trash out every single day of the year when I ask, it is on tape. Oh my goodness. All right, Mr. T. Gooden, I'm gonna turn the floor over to you so you can begin with tonight's proceedings.
All right, so my one of my first questions is for Mr. and Mrs. Borum. Huntsville and Montgomery are miles apart from each other. I want to know, how did you guys meet? Tell us how you got to where you are today.
Speaking of basketball games, 2001 is where it all started. Matter of fact, it was Alabama A&M versus Bama State in the Acadome that year. Oddly enough, we have the exact same mutual friends.
Wow.
We was at one of my band brothers' house one night. Her and some other friends came in. I noticed her, and of course I started asking questions. And then her friends are very protective of her. So they was like, well, she got a boyfriend. Okay, that's cool. I stood in the back for 2001. I stood on the sideline for at least 9 or 10 years.
Wow.
So, but of course, during that time, we had individuals who we was talking to. To make a long story short, she sent me a Facebook request in 2010 through the numbers game. That's how it all started with that. So we got to know each other a little bit more. Then after that, we dated. We got engaged on her birthday, and 11 years later, here we are.
Well, you forgot about the fact that, so yes, I did send him a request. He was not going to accept it because my page wasn't private at the time, so you can see my pictures, and all he saw was me and pictures with me and a bunch of kids. So he wouldn't, because he thought he wasn't going to accept it because he thought I just had all of these kids. But he accepted it anyway, and I had to explain to him, those are my nieces and my nephews. Those are like my kids. So that's all I have on my Facebook page are my nieces and my nephews.
I did not need the drama of 3 and 4, 5 different baby daddies. I was like,
no kids, my nieces and my nephews.
I was about to say sorry about that.
Shut up.
Yeah.
So Amanda and Terrence, Amanda, you know, we go back A&M. That's how we met each other doing. I think maybe some, I don't know, was it in our major or was it some Operation Jumpstart stuff? I can't remember.
Everything, Operation Jumpstart, majors. We had a bunch of classes together.
We did.
Yeah.
So how did you in Southern University meet? How did this work out?
Well, it was years after we graduated. I had left Huntsville and went back to Birmingham, then came back. And our story is not like everybody else's story, you know, meeting on campus at a game, at a classic or something. We actually saw each other before we met in passing at the Target on University. Mm-hmm. It was Christmas Eve, and we saw each other. And then it was on a little app, believe it or not. We met on an app, and we saw each other like, okay, we need to make sure this is real. And we connected, and 10 years later, here we are. You know, it It was really like love at first sight when we saw each other. Well, I thought it was.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say yeah, Terrence. Say
Yeah,
yes.
it is. Okay. I'll explain it because she's giving you this very abbreviated version. All right. So what happened was I was going through a divorce with my ex-wife, real messy, craziness, and I was going into Target, and at the time we were her and my ex-wife and myself was completely separated and all that. And I was kind of dating, but I wasn't. I was like really upset with women. So hated women at that time. But so I was on this little app called Plenty of Fish, and I kind of forgot about it. And I went to Target for my son's Christmas party to get some my oldest son Christmas party to get some cupcakes. And I was going in and she was coming out. And I was like, oh, she's cute. And I just kept going because my son was asking me 50 questions. And so that New Year's Eve, I got an email message. You have a message on POF. And I was like, what is POF? I don't know what POF is. And I click on it. I was like, oh, Plenty of Fish. I forgot all about it. And I laughed. And I looked at the message. I saw it was from her. And we started messaging back and forth. And I told her, I hate being texting back and forth. Let's just talk on the phone like humans. So we started talking. We stayed on the phone for like 6 hours straight. And that is not like me because I hate having long conversations on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And that first night we was on the phone from about 8 o'clock to almost 7 in the morning. I had to go to work for 8. And then every night after that, like the first 3 nights, we was on the phone for hours and hours, just talking and laughing and joking and getting to know each other. And then we were like, well, let's meet. And we met each other, and we've been together ever since. Now it's 2013 when we officially met face to face on purpose, not by accident.
Good stuff.
And we've been together ever since.
So I'm coming to you, Mr. and Mrs. Weaves. Now I'll tell y'all how I met them. I used to sell cars at Mercedes, and I was a member of the National North Alabama something. But either way, how it went, I sent the letter to all the people that own businesses. So Corey got my letter. He said, hey, you put in the letter that you was an A&M guy. So he and his wife, they came there. We talked about a car or whatever. They didn't purchase the car from me at that time, but we became friends since then with he and his wife. And that's been like since 2014. So enough about me and you guys, how we met. How did you guys meet?
Well, it was my junior year, 1999, the summer going into my senior year, and went to the carousel, the skating rink on a Sunday night. And then I saw this cute young lady with another young lady walking around, and skating, and then I decided to talk to her and asked her. I ended up getting her pager number. Remember those Beatles?
Yeah.
Way back.
Yeah, I got the pager number. And so then that summer, all that summer, we talked, we met at different places, and then we ended up dating on Valentine's Day. So we would start dating on Valentine's Day. So it took a while, but I did after I met her, I knew it was something there. And then 2 years later, we got engaged on Valentine's Day. And
nice.
And this upcoming April, we'll be married for 20 years. We have 2 lovely kids, 11 years old, Corey Jr., and 7-year-old Taylor.
Nice.
And go ahead, Tamara. Go ahead.
I say I had to learn early. Our first real going out was hanging out in his apartment watching football. So I learned early that I had to learn the game of football to get with him.
And I bet it was Auburn, wasn't it?
Actually, it was a pro game.
Okay.
That first time, but it's Auburn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, definitely. Hey, she learned. Yeah. She knows football, so you will see her. She's normally at every A&M game with me.
Sure is.
And so she knows her game. So we ended up, it ended up being a great match.
Yeah. Before I turn it over to Jen, because Jen's got the next set to go around with y'all. So it's funny that Terrence mentioned about Plenty of Fish and also being divorced, because I have about the same story. I would have had my wife come on, but she's yeah, Jackie, love you, but yeah, she's upstairs. She probably hear me even talking about her. But yeah, I was married before also, and I was living in California, ironically, moved to California from living in Michigan. A woman that I met while I was in Detroit, got divorced, was single for 2 years, and then met a woman who's from Detroit in California. Yeah, on Plenty of Fish. On Plenty of Fish. And what was real funny was about her, and Terrence and Amanda, you probably can get with this. I saw her profile and I went past it like 9 times, and I started typing the message 7 times and deleted it because I was nervous and couldn't get it right. Now here's a guy preached in front of thousands in churches, sitting here hosting a podcast, just not even batting an eye, and then I see a woman and I can't even talk. And so I finally sent the message, and just like what Terrence said, it's almost to the T. We talked. In fact, we talked for a half an hour the first time. The next day we talked for 3 hours. The next day we met in person, and we've been together ever since.
Yes.
So I've been married. It'll be 6 years in August. So yeah, I can definitely attest to that. Now, the only thing that I don't have is she didn't go to HBCU. She got her degrees from 3 PWIs. And I took her to homecoming for the first time in 2019 when Corey, remember this, it was 97 degrees
Right.
that day, and the concession stand ran out of water. And she said, what in the world kind of school y'all got running out of water on a 97-degree day? But I love her. That's my wife, Jackie. She's not here, but yes, I wear the ring and love her a lot, and love to just contribute to the conversation. Okay, Jen, now that I've put myself out there, take my shame and going forward with it.
That is tough to come behind, but I'm gonna try. So I do know the Borums and as well as the Williamses, and I'm now being introduced to the Francises. I do know that in my interactions with the Borums and the Williamses that they're first and foremost friends. I sit and watch. I see that you all enjoy each other's company, laugh at each other's jokes, and just really feed off each other. So I want all 3 couples to tell what being a friend in marriage is like.
So start with who you want to start with.
We can start with the Borums, and then the Francises, and then the Williams. What does friendship and marriage mean to you?
You can go.
You can go. Yeah, you can go.
So friendship and marriage is pretty much being able to confide in someone that you know, you love and trust. You know that information is not going anywhere. And you know that person has your best interest at heart. So being able to talk about anything at any time, laugh, cry, joke, whatever. I know if I don't talk to anybody else, I can talk to this one right here.
This one right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Tonight you're this one right here.
I'm this one right here. Yeah, I would have to agree. It's being able to joke around. Like we with us, we have our own little, I would say, like our own little language sometimes when it comes to how we communicate. Being able to tell the other person something that tell them the truth, even if they don't want to hear it. And I know, like with our marriage, it's taken some time, but yeah, we're truthful, even when the other person doesn't want to hear it, even when we know that that's something that the other person needs to hear. We're really truthful about, the communications that we have with each other, whether, even the tough things, we always try to talk about them. We set aside time to discuss, the hard things. And so I don't think if I was married to somebody else, I'll be able to do that. And even just sitting right here and how we just have fun, how we have fun with each other, even with y'all being right here, that's just how we are. Whether we're in a group setting or if it's just us at home, we try our best to make each other laugh. And sometimes he doesn't laugh at my jokes, but I think that they're hilarious. And I don't laugh at his jokes, and he thinks that they're hilarious. And so I think that's just like one of the things that we enjoy the most about each other, and what makes our friendship so strong is our differences are what draw us to each other more than anything. Because Lord knows.
Absolutely, that shirt. Yeah.
That shirt.
Differences.
Yeah, I just have to interject. The laughing I'm doing right now, this is constant with them. They are hilarious to be around. We're all in the same fantasy football group, and of course we, get a chance to laugh and joke about games, but it's not rare that I'm not crying at the two of them laughing. I do want to pose the same question to the Francis as well. What friendship mean in your marriage?
Well, I'll start it off. Well, for me, I have a unique perspective in our relationship because of the previous marriage I was in. It's why I'm still in this one. I married my best friend. It's the fact of the hours we spent on the phone. When we first was meeting, I was already at peace, and she gave me peace immediately. And within that first week, I was already saying, "So we together, right? This is just it, And she was like, "Yeah." It kind of looked at me crazy, like she wasn't sure if I was just playing around or not. But that peace is hard to come by, and I'm not just talking about somebody not fussing. I'm talking about having a peace to where you can, as you were saying earlier, you can talk to that person about anything. Just be open and honest about everything. Like we share stuff with each other that nobody else on this planet knows. And we know it's not going nowhere besides with each other because we trust each other and we have each other's back on everything. And also that fact of the friendship, it is that bond that we have that makes our marriage stronger, to where anytime anything is going on, no matter what's going on, we could be furiously mad with each other. But if anybody crossed that line and come anywhere nearer, I'm on them. And I know the same thing with them. And I know the same thing with her. But that's the kind of thing that I love about our relationship. We could talk, we laugh, we play jokes on each other. We video each other dancing with the kids. And with our tribe, we got a small baseball team. We got 5 kids total. So, it's something always going on in our house, and we always could be on the same page. If I'm downstairs and she's upstairs, we thinking alike. We already know what each other gonna say on stuff, and we'll tell the kids, "No, you ain't playing this against each other." But it's one of those things where we click on the same vibe, and I love and appreciate that.
And I'm just gonna add to it. It's just simple. I like him. It's more than just love. I actually like him. You can love somebody and not like a person. We all know that. But I do like him. Now, when he say play jokes, I'm gonna tell you one that he played on me, and I'm just gonna. He's a practical joker, and a lot of his jokes, like she said, some things he thinks is hilarious. I don't find funny, but he will play practical jokes. Like the one, I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm putting this business on Front Street. he thought it was funny one day to line the toilet seat up downstairs with those Chinese firecrackers.
Oh,
And set the toilet seat down like very, gently. And I don't know how long it was on that toilet. I have no idea or when he did it, but I know I went in there, sat down, and you can imagine the guy, yeah, I'm just glad I was on the toilet. I screamed, and he was laughing. I didn't find that funny at all.
I was in tears.
The whole house thought it was hilarious. Like I said, we do not have a dull moment in this house. It's 4 boys, 1 girl, and 2 dogs, and always busy. So they was laughing. He was crying. I was in there crying, like, because I thought that was my life.
Did they need the censor button for you in that moment?
It wasn't no censor in the house. All the kids heard every word. But those are the jokes. But now I think it's hilarious. That's funny in the moment now.
I told you a laugh in a year.
Yeah, in a year. But it's never a dull moment. And I like him. We have our own love language. And I did marry my best friend, and I don't see anybody else I could possibly do life with but this man right here.
Hey, Terrence, she said, remember, it's on recording. She said she liked you. So next time you decide to put some firecrackers out, remember, you play this tape, and remember she said she liked you.
I didn't like the firecrackers. I don't like the firecrackers. It's funny. But yeah, it was if we could have video record, I'm sure you probably did.
Cry now, laugh later.
Okay. See? All the time. But yeah. That's us.
Awesome. And I want to also pose the same question to the Williams. How important is friendship in your marriage?
Man, friendship is very important. I feel like you have to be friends with your mate. She's my best friend, just like they stated. We go places together. We go to football games. I've learned, she's learned football and she actually enjoys it. And I've learned I didn't go to a lot of plays or watching certain kind of cartoons or different kind of shows. I've learned to watch those and actually enjoy it. So, and then, friendship is somebody who you can talk to about anything and who you can cry to, who you can, confide to, and knowing it's a safe place and knowing they're going to be there for you and always going to support you no matter what. And, and when you're going through, we're going on 20 years. And so, you're going to have, you're trying their career goals and different things, and knowing somebody who is going to support your career goals, and which is very important, and somebody who you do get along with and like she stated, you have to really like someone, because you can be married to someone, but it can, just to be married. But if you're going to really be a cohesive unit, you're going to have to like them and be friends with each other. And so, she's my soulmate.
Mm-hmm.
Ditto. You have to genuinely enjoy each other's company, I think. And we do that. I know I was thinking back early on, in marriage, you still have conflict. And I remember being upset with him one day. And I was just, and I dig my heels in when I get upset. But I remember going in the other room and I say, I miss him. And I'm like, but I want to be mad. But I can't because I miss him. He's my friend. So you really do have to be friends and genuinely enjoy each other's company.
And also, we were able to, we know how to, have fun. We've been to the club together, go out together, go to professional venues together. We have fun together and know how to turn the switch on, turn it off, and know really how to enjoy each other. And so, it's definitely been a great ride.
There's some good stuff here. There's some good stuff. So, my questions definitely ain't of the lovey-dovey type. This is more of the rivalry type. Because my wife, her undergrad is from Michigan, and I live in Ohio, so the last Saturday in November every year has been a little bit dicey in this house. And I enjoyed the first 7 matchups while we were together. It was always nice and easy, but these last 2 have been a little bit hard for me. So but I'm gonna start with John and Drea because John, you finally got one after it took y'all for 5 tries, but you finally got one. So I want to know, when Magic City Classic and all these other sports that come around, I want to know, is it truly a house divided? And how much trash talking goes on during the week? Or is it you on your side of the house and you on your side of the house and you leave me the hell alone and I don't want to hear you and don't say nothing? So just briefly tell us, how is the rivalry between this marriage?
Listen, for anybody that know us, our rivalry can get very intense.
It gets bad.
It gets violent.
It has gotten bad. We haven't done what we did like when we first got married. So like when we first got married, it was cutthroat.
Yeah.
I mean, bad. I burned a shirt.
I vandalized her car.
He vandalized my car. I mean, it was bad. He lost a bed. He had to put on an N shirt and it was too small. I mean, it was bad.
Yeah, trust me, people look forward to our shenanigans every single year. I have to tell them, listen, I'm retired. I don't want to do this anymore. But they keep dragging me in. So, I put little stuff out there here and there. I got memes that's still being shared 10 years later from stuff that we did. Yeah, it's what it is. But our rivalry is so fun because not only Bama State A&M, she's an Alabama fan, I'm an Auburn fan.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, what else?
Let's see. He likes the Bulls. I like the
Talk about the NFL rivalry.
Oh yeah. Let me bring. So I'm a Cowboys fan. He likes them other people. In Atlanta.
The Falcons.
The winless Falcons.
Well, they've been to a Super Bowl more recently than them Cowboys.
They have, but they don't have a championship. We got 5.
Since they haven't won since you was in junior high school.
It don't matter. Y'all let Tom Brady come back.
Well, that's Tom Brady. It
don't matter.
I mean, Tom Brady
ate the 3.
But as you can see, it gets bad. So, all right. We've had people like ask us. So when y'all go to, perfect example, class. When y'all go to class, do y'all sit together? No, we don't.
Right.
Do y'all just rotate side? No. It'll be a miracle if we walk in together. We don't even do that. We don't walk in together. We sit on opposite sides and we talk trash just like we was two regular people that don't know each other.
See, y'all be sitting at the game texting each other, talking trash, texting.
Nope.
No, we have in the end zone.
We sit in the end zone and we talk trash to each other just like we don't live with each other.
Oh wow.
Y'all have to see this. It is fun this makes my classic to watch them go back and forth. And all of us, of course, we know that they love each other. We know that they're happily married, but in the moment it's hilarious. They are
wow.
I mean, tears down your face, crying, laughing, funny.
Man, y'all got a lot of stuff going on. Iron Bowl, man.
Right.
Ooh. Man, Iron Bowl, and then the Cowboys. So, man, John, you gotta hear her hype up that team every single year, then get her heart broken at the same time every year. Then you gotta give her tissue, you gotta give her hugs and take long walks with her.
Yeah.
Now, Wayne, let me just stop you right there because he is a Falcons fan. So,
right,
we won't be defending Atlanta on this show.
I
do like to bring up that they did blow a 28-3 lead. And as much as I enjoy Cowboy slander, I just live for Falcon slander. I'm a Saints fan, by the way. So we
I
have
love you.
plenty.
You are my new best friend. Preach, sister, preach.
I mean, they're not the only team
And
that blew leads.
we let Falcon slander.
Well, hey, I'm a Browns fan, and we
Don't do
ain't never
that.
been to a Super Bowl, so
Oh,
I'll get off me and
Oh.
thank y'all and move the next question, the same question.
Listen, sorry about that.
Southern Jaguars and A&M, the Francis crew. Let's hear about this y'all rivalries.
We really don't have a rivalry.
Oh, come on, man. Don't sit here and lie.
We may joke around a little bit, but I don't even worry about that. My main thing is my Saints. Has always been. I love Southern. I love my years there. I hope they win, but when they play in A&M, it's like, okay, we probably gonna win, so I don't even say nothing.
Wow.
I'm serious. That's what I was saying. I just leave it alone. I don't ride on do it. I don't mess with on anything. But yeah, I played at Southern for a couple of months until I blew out my knee, and then I really didn't worry about it. But I love my school, love everything about Jags. It was a kind of a big deal back then, but now it's just like, cool. If we win, we win. We win. We don't. I just want when we go into like the games up here and stuff like that. As long as my baby having fun, I'm good. It don't matter. It wouldn't bother me.
I want them to bring their band more because I'm not gonna. I love our Bulldog band, but I love that. I love the Southern band.
And see, I can't rag on that because she know it's the best on the band.
I hate that. No. It's just when we. I love A&M now.
Hey, cut the mics.
You got a former Alabama State drum major right there. He may have something to say about the best band.
You got that look to you too, man. That's it, man.
Yeah,
that's a good one. All right, so
he definitely is a diehard Saints fan. I remember I wore a Falcon shirt by mistake one time in this house, and he thought I came here, and he was mad at me for the whole day, and I didn't realize it. Walking around with it on, it's just a simple shirt. And he didn't never say it. I was like, "Well, what's wrong?" I looked down, and he was like, "Oh, I can't find that shirt anymore." But yeah.
Yeah, Bulldog, you can't make that mistake again. We got to get you some Saints here.
Yeah, those Falcon shirts clean tires very well.
Wow. All right. Hey, that's good stuff. Corey, I know. I don't know. Y'all got any rival, or do y'all? Is it pretty much the same team, home team, all the time?
Yeah, we pretty much. Hey, we support the same teams, and so we really don't have a huge rivalry. We die hard A&M fans, even our kids, and so the only time when A&M and Oakwood playing basketball, that'll be the only time when she turned her allegiance to Oakwood when we playing basketball. And so, but besides that, hey, we sort of like ride with the same teams, and it's a lovely thing. Now we are competitive. When we play each other, we always want to try to beat each other. So I'm trying to win and she's trying to win, and I don't let her win most of the time.
See, when y'all playing spades or something like that.
Hey, whether it's basketball, whether we had Dave and Buster's, whether we had something shooting ball or something like that, hey, we I'm trying to win, and it's just simple as that. And
I will be mad.
And she will, and she'll sore loser. She'll be mad if she don't. If we bowling, and she lose, hey, she don't take it that way.
I love this, man.
Yeah,
I love this.
I'm gonna tell you one story. One time I knew we were playing. It was a family reunion. It was a softball. We were a softball team, and so I was a captain, and somebody else was a captain. So I was trying to make the game fair, and so when I was picking people, and so of course the first pick I made, I didn't pick her, and so I was trying to
pick me at all.
And so
he tried to act like I was the fat kid or something like that. He didn't pick me at all.
I was trying to save my picks. I thought she was gonna be around so I can grab her. But somebody else, they chose her, and so that wasn't my intent for her not to be on my team, but I was trying to make it fair. You know, I didn't want to stack the team.
No.
But you know, we end up beating them pretty bad.
Yeah.
And hey, she was mad at me forever. But
Still sort of mad.
But you know what? I learned one thing: make sure I pick her first next time, because that was a lesson learned.
It was kickball.
It was kickball. Fair you kickball.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I was trying to make the team fair.
Oh man, well that's awesome. That's awesome. And
Everybody, my brother, my sister, everybody, and I'm on the other team.
hey, Corey, man. And you know, that's the other thing we love about marriages, man. We don't forget. We don't forget nothing. We'll tell that story. We'll bring the story up whenever it fits, when it's real convenient. So, but man, that was good. Y'all survived question and answer. Y'all survived. But now, T. Gooden, we gonna fire up the track and we gonna get y'all going on this game here.
Yes, sir. Hey, so here's what we got. We're gonna play a little game of this or that. We want to get your answer on each one of you guys' answers on each of them. So Wayne, we can roll with whenever you're ready. So the first one, toilet tissue. Which way y'all going? Under or over?
Over.
William, what do you say, Corey? What do you guys say first? Under.
That's
you over.
This.
We're over.
Over. Both of y'all over. So everybody pretty good. Everybody pretty even on that. Nobody comes in and changes it.
We change it. Sometimes I grew up.
Is that the under on the right?
Under. It's over.
Under's on the right. Over's on the top. Over's on the left.
Yeah, I'm always one on the right.
And I'm over.
Yeah, I grew up on under, and she more over.
Right.
Okay, because I'm an over guy too. If I gotta change it every time. I don't care where I'm at. I might change it at your house if I go in there. All right, Wayne. I'll say my next one. How you cuddle? Like, do you like to cuddle on the left or the right? The right kind of like a spoon. The one on the left is kind of like lady's head on the man's chest. What do you like, John and Drill?
The one on the right.
Yeah, because she falls asleep quicker if we do the one on the right. Yeah.
Gotcha. Amanda and Terrence, what you got?
Right.
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 Get hot.
Yeah.
Right. You got Corey?
Honestly, it's both. Just depends on the mood. Because sometimes, you know, I like her head on my chest. So I say both. It's not really one that's.
Look at Corey giving that Al B. Sure answer.
And when y'all really feeling mad at each other, it's neither. It's this.
Yeah. Back to back.
Yep.
Right,
you face your window or you face your wall. Oh man. All right. Here's the next one.
All right. Temperature. Now we're gonna.
My God.
Sound like I caused some trouble here. So, what do we like to? I was thinking of summertime. So the summertime, you like it at 75 or you like it cold at 65?
75. I can't do cold.
Yeah. I'm in agreement.
65 when it's 20 degrees outside.
Oh, me.
Our thermostat, I don't think change.
Gotcha.
The same year round.
Yeah, 75.
75. Gotcha. What about you and your wife, Wayne? How do y'all set the thermostat at your house?
Man, look, up here in Ohio, you know, it get cold.
Right.
And also it get hot during the summer. So during the summertime, man, I like to have it about 68 during the summer. And then during the wintertime, man, I'll have it on 64. And she be like, it's too cold. So we be, you know, I just tell her whatever you want. We'll put it up there. So yeah. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Let me get to the next one because I'll get in trouble. You heard me say what I just said.
All right, Tupac or Biggie?
I'm a Pop fan.
Pop.
Biggie.
Biggie. Oh, you read that? We actually agree.
Oh, that was tough.
I'm gonna go with Biggie too, and I'm not even playing the game.
Hey, I'm a Pac fan, but I love them both. I still listen to their music all the time.
Yeah, I love them both, but I have to go. But you know, if I had to choose one, Notorious B.I.G.
Gotcha. Oh,
Right.
cool. All right, so little words here. What would you rather be? Would you never feel stressed, or would you rather never feel tired? Doesn't have to be a group answer. Like whatever
Never
you say.
feel
Individual.
Stress.
Never feel stressed.
I agree.
Yeah, stress take years off your life, y'all.
Yeah, stress.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Never feel stressed for sure.
Definitely, I agree to that. All right, be happy and content, but not achieve much, or never be satisfied but achieve a lot.
Okay, I'm gonna help y'all out here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be to never be satisfied.
I ain't never satisfied. I look, I'm continuing to achieve a lot of stuff, man, especially with my officiating ventures. I am never satisfied. I'm always trying to meet some kind of standard and trying to keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
But what say ye people?
Yeah, I say never be satisfied but achieve a lot.
I'm trying to.
What would you say?
I'm conflicted.
I'm conflicted with both of them.
Yeah, it's like
but not
it's-
too much threw me off.
yeah, it's a combination of both for me. To be
Gotcha.
honest. I'm never satisfied. I do want to achieve more versus what I've achieved already. But sometimes I can be content with where I am too.
Right.
Okay.
Just like it was your job, you never
Yeah.
satisfied. You
Yeah.
trying to get to the next level.
Is there one more, Wayne, or was that it?
That's it.
Okay, cool.
Everybody survived.
Right.
Everybody did real well. Nobody incriminated themselves tonight.
Right.
It looked like y'all gonna stay happily married after this broadcast.
That's the plan, Wayne.
That includes me.
Hey, real quick, Wayne, before we go to the next segment, one thing I did realize in this show that I need to get on Plenty of Fish because I'm out here ain't got no dating apps on my phone. I'm just single, so I'm about to get on Plenty of Fish, Tinder, or something because that seems like the play.
I've never heard of that before.
What, Plenty
today.
of Fish?
I never heard of that.
How not?
I forgot about it. I called it Puff for a long time. Like, what is Puff?
It's
Why
like
is it sending
He
me
said
emails?
Poff, man. That's hilarious.
It's like a Christian. It's like a Christian dating app.
Oh, it's like Christian Mingle.
Yes.
Farmers.
No,
Oh,
it's
it's not.
Hey, no, it's not.
We can tell you, it is not
Seriously, it's
nowhere.
like one of them old matchmaker things. It came through Facebook way back in the day. And I just got on it to see and made a profile and forgot about it. And it was I had it like a year and a half before I even realized I was getting emails about it.
Yeah, I was living in California. I was living in LA, man. And in LA, it's man, when you single and especially like you divorced and you got kids. I have 2 daughters, man. You ain't meeting nobody out there. So I had like everybody kept telling me you need to do online dating, Wayne. You so busy. And I was like, no, I'm gonna meet somebody organically. I'm gonna meet them organically. And kept swinging and missing, swinging and missing, swinging and missing.
Yeah.
And it worked out. So it's hit or miss.
Or
It's
my
good.
other-
There's hope. There's hope.
My other option is to find me a lady with a beeper, cause these cell phone girls ain't working. I need one that still got a beeper right now.
See, you to blackplanet.com.
Right.
Right.
College Club. Some he talk about them people.
Make sure she got a MySpace.
Right.
That's it.
I remember that pager though. I remember when a girl would give you the pager number, it was like, I don't quite trust you. So I can at least just give you this. And I decide if I am gonna call you back or not.
Y'all done ran out. Y'all done ran out.
Man, this was a great time. This was a really great time. And T Gooden and Jen and David, he would have loved to have been on tonight, but he had a previous engagement. Big shout out to y'all for putting this together. Just so you guys know, we're a group, and our group, we work in tandem, to put these things together. And for this love episode, this was great. And I definitely want to be able to bring this love episode back again when this time rolls around again. And as far as you couples, thank you for being so transparent tonight and, contributing to the humor. Because I know that I'm going to be curious to see what some of the comments are when we play this back, and when people see this, it's going to be pretty hilarious, But we love that you all are supporters of the show, and now you're participants on the show,
right?
And we just love y'all and just want to say best wishes moving forward. That's from me, and I'll let Jen and T Gooden, say things in their own way as we wrap up this segment.
All right. I just, again, thank you all for being on the show. Thank you. A lot of gems. You all dropped a lot of gems today, and hopefully those of us who are still, navigating the dating waters can get some tidbits on how we can apply those to our own lives. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I just want to say I appreciate y'all for agreeing. Like, I think I talked to John about this maybe months ago. I said, hey, I'm gonna need you. It ain't gonna be now, but it's gonna be later. But when I hit him up, he still agreed to it. I hit Amanda up. I think it was in the HBCU alumni group. Somebody had made a post about, HBCU couples show your who your spouse from another school. And I saw her name. I'm like, okay, great. She's gonna be on my show. And I say, you said your husband was son. I was like, great, because I just wanted to get people that went from a different HBCU. So, but you asked the time, the date, you agreed to it. So again, thank you guys for agreeing to come on so quickly. Also, Corey, of course I asked Corey worked with us all the time. Then I had to remind him, I said, hey, Corey, don't forget to tell your wife that we're going to be there now, because I want you to get into trouble. So thank y'all, man, really do.
Awesome stuff. And so we're gonna move on, but thank you all. God bless you.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Well, wasn't that a great segment, everybody? Just had a good time with everybody. So it is Valentine's Day, and I decided to give everybody else the rest of the night off. So I'm gonna take you guys the rest of the way, and we'll be on just a little while longer. But as you might have seen, we haven't gotten into the basketball part yet, and so I'm gonna go ahead on and I'm gonna do that for you right now. So I'm firing up the track for you, and we're gonna start with our ladies. Our ladies and our men, they both hit the road over the weekend, and they went on down there to Mississippi Valley and also at Pine Bluff. So our ladies, they played on Saturday at Mississippi Valley, and they won 67-50, and they dropped a very close and very disappointing decision last night, 60-57 to Pine Bluff. So as you can see, their record as it stands is 11-12 on the season and 9-4 in the SWAC. And they sit in third position with 5 games remaining. Then our men, they ended up winning both games on the road trip. So as you can see in the first clip that I played, that was Messiah Thompson's game-winning buzzer-beating shot with 0.4 seconds remaining to get the win in double overtime, 70-68. Now, I'll talk a little bit about that game in a second. But last night, they had another hard-fought game on the road at Pine Bluff, and they completed a season sweep of the Golden Lions by grinding out a 75-72 victory. Messiah Thompson was the man in both games, scoring over 25 points in both of those wins. Now, about that game at Mississippi Valley. So I know everybody saw. If you have not seen it, you can go back and you can see it in social media. You can even see it on TMZ because it made it that far. Where the cheerleader who decided that it was a good idea to, be close to the baseline and do some whatever she was doing, a jump, and she ended up bumping into Dalen Smith. Shout out to Dalen Smith. We had you on here last week. Bumped into Mr. Smith. And then, I like this brand. Let's put you up there with that. Yeah, we saw those. I don't know if you want to call them commentators. They were students. They were announcing, and they said there's something going on over there. They fussing. The coach at A&M is fussing and cussing, But she decided that it was a good idea to walk on the court, y'all. And first of all, when she walked on the court, it should have been a technical foul. In a game that was that close, that could have made a difference. But nevertheless, you can check all that foolishness out. And thank God there was nothing further. They had about every armed security person in the building that came up and separated things. So big shout out to our men and our women for playing very, very well. As you can see, the schedule that's moving ahead, we've got this coming Saturday is senior night and the pink out game. Now, this is something that our alumni association has really been pushing hard because, we've only got 2 home games remaining. So this is the pink out game and this is the senior night, Saturday against Bethune-Cookman. Now, we owe Bethune-Cookman because they beat us when we played them down there in Daytona earlier in the month. So, and for our men, it's very important because they now sit in the 5th position, but there are only 2 games ahead of the 8th position and only 8 teams in the SWAC make it to the SWAC tournament. So this is Saturday night. Spread the word. Make sure you get involved. If you have not been to the event center, you've got 2 opportunities to do so. In addition to this game on Saturday night, Monday night, the home finale will be against FAMU. And that game will be seen on HBCU Go. And also the men's game will be seen nationally on ESPNU. Now you've got 2 options to wear for that game. You can either wear all black or you can wear gray. So I'm just making an appeal to everybody out there. Just make sure that you do your part and you get in the house and get to the event center. Like I said, 2 home games remaining, Saturday night and Monday. That's it. And then the last 3 games of the year will be on the road. And so those are some of the updates on basketball. And what I want to move into right now is I want to give you the update from our athletic director, Dr. Paul Bryant. Check it out.
Hello, welcome to the Bulldog Bite, and I am your athletic director, Paul A. Bryant. Hey, I'm coming to you live from the newly renovated soccer locker room. We're excited about what's happening here in women's soccer, so I'm coming to you live. But I have a fun fact for you, a Black History fun fact. Did you know we have an Olympian, a former Olympian on campus? Our head women's volleyball coach, Coach Rose Majors Powell, participated in the 1984 Olympics on the women's volleyball team. That is some very fantastic news. So when you see her, celebrate her. And as always, go Bulldogs!
And big shout out to Dr. Bryant. As you guys know, he's doing some really wonderful things as the head of our athletics. So next thing I want to just talk about briefly, many of you may have seen, we've done this for a month now. We've got our $5 Friday. Now, our $5 Friday is something that we've decided to dedicate to athletics. Now, what I want to say in this moment to everybody, those that are still watching and those that will end up watching this recording, is that this $5 donation that we've decided to make. I just want to remind those of you that may have seen Dr. Bryant when he was on with us in December. And one of the things that he talked about was mentioned about he talked about how there's the need for donations in terms of funding for some scholarships. Now, we know about finances for facilities. We know about finances for game operations and things like that. But one thing that this $5 donation can really help out with a long way is towards a lot of scholarships. And I did just some simple math. If 5,000 of us that are A&M related, whether we're a current student, we're an alum, or we just in the area and just want to donate to A&M. If 5,000 people donated every Friday for a year, that would generate $1.3 million. And with $1.3 million, there's a lot of things that can be done with that amount of money. It can fund a lot of scholarships, especially for some of these non-revenue sports that we have, like baseball, softball, tennis, golf, bowling. So these, and track and field, these are some things that can really, really benefit a lot with your $5 donations. So we're going to continue to do it. You will continue to see it be posted. But I want everybody who hears me right now, I want you to begin to spread the word. Spread this message about donating $5 to athletics. Now, I know you might say, well, Wayne, there's more money that's needed in many other areas around the university. And truly, I get that. But one thing that we have decided to do here, first and foremost with our podcast, is we definitely want to make sure that we continue to assist athletics as much as possible. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not going to give to other areas of the university. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying that this is the drive that we're hitching our wagons to first. And then if there are any other major initiatives that anybody wants to bring to our attention and even maybe want to come on a future show, we welcome that. So $5 Friday, be cognizant of that. And something else I want to bring back up that was just brought to my attention that I even forgot. Saturday night's game is alumni night, A&M alumni night. So if you are an alum of A&M, doesn't matter if you live in Huntsville, doesn't matter if you live in Decatur, doesn't matter if you live in just anybody that's an alum and you just have some time and you're going to be able to come down, it is going to be a celebration of alums. And we will make sure that, the director of our Alumni Association, Miss Mary Jones Moore, will make sure that she'll be there with her team to greet every single alum that's in the house that night. And yes, Mary, we will text you this $5 flyer. We'll make sure that you know about this $5 Friday. Definitely. So last thing that I want to talk about tonight is just briefly is I know that there's been a video that's gone around and there's been some talk about the SWAC in terms of the TV deal and the TV money. And I know that it's something that is going to be going on for such a long time where people are going to be questioning how much or maybe how little finances are in terms of the TV contracts. I'm not going to get into all the particulars because our time has been very well spent. But what I am going to say is that in terms of Alabama A&M, I know that we've got a brand new event center that's just opened. And we know that our crowds have been growing, especially since school has been back in session, because some of our early home games were when the students were on break. We know that attendance has been growing, but one thing that everybody can do these last two home games is do their part and get the attendance, get it almost near that 6,000 seat capacity to set some momentum for next year. And also headed into all of our other spring sports. We talked about earlier in the show how we have baseball and softball games that are going to be on campus. Those are games that are free of charge that the general public can walk up to and watch. So please make yourself seen in that. And then also there's going to be a spring game that's going to be held for football on Saturday, April the 8th. Make sure that you come out because it's not just going to be a football game. There's also going to be a lot of other activities that are going to go on around it. And that information, it'll come out. We'll share it. And then also with football season, you guys have heard me say a lot about homecoming and the classic seems to be something that people are so much more interested in. And you know, and if that's what you're interested in, that truly is your right. And I'm not here to criticize anybody for that. But what I'm also saying is that there are also other home games that we need your support for. The team, as you might recall, we had some of the team members on this show a couple weeks ago, and they talked about how they need your support. Also, in terms of how I talked about revenue, that is another revenue stream opportunity when we show up and we support athletics. So I'm going to step off of my soapbox, but I just wanted to just make sure that everybody who's in the A&M family, whether you're an alum, you're a current student, or a current athlete, continue to spread this word in unity and get this message out that we can do the best way of funding ourselves by investing in ourselves and showing up. So I'm going to show you here now what we got for next week.
Coming up on the next episode of From the Hill Podcast, members of the A&M track team will join us live with Coach Andrew Murphy, Victoria Smith, Layla Gaynor, Brandon McLaren, and Talil Atkins. Plus, we'll get you all caught up on all the basketball, baseball, and softball. Won't you join us live Tuesday, February 21st, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. It's fun. It's you. It's us. It's From the Hill Podcast.
All right, so that's next week's show. And that's me being a track athlete, a former athlete, and also a current official. This is a great show that I'm looking forward to next week with our track and field team. So if you ran track, or if you know somebody that ran track, make sure you let them know that next week will be for you to come and join in. I want you to be able to be on, watch us live, ask questions, and contribute to the broadcast. And also, yes, Mary, I will also announce for you that the alumni will be celebrating this Friday, February the 17th, at this location located at 4920 University Drive from the hours of 6 to 9 p.m. So alumni, make sure that you come and be out at this location on Friday evening. Carve some time, show your face, do some networking, set yourself up. Even if you have not even signed up for Alumni Association recently or done any dues, I'm sure all that information will be made available to you. So thank you, Mary. Thank you for joining. And also for everybody that's on this show tonight, we like to just send a big, big thank you to all of our couples, the Francis, the Borums, and the Williams. Thank you. Thank you also for T. Gooden and for Jay the Great. And thank you for David Thomas and Mr. DT Green. Thank you to everybody who watched this show. Thank you for all of your support from week to week. And this show next week is going to be another extension of what we've already been doing, which is laying the foundation to a great future for Alabama A&M. So I'm your man, Wild Wayne Cartwright. I'd like to thank you once again. Good night. Happy Valentine's Day. And we'll see you next week.